we have evolved into today. A very good evening to one and all, respected dignitaries, faculties, seniors, and my dear friends. As we enter the second day of this pompous 75-day fiesta, celebrating the Platinum Jubilee of our institute, we, the Department of Anesthesiology and Critical Care, extend a heartfelt and warm welcome to everyone.
We welcome our dignitaries, Professor Dr. Dept Sir, our very own dynamic Dean and Principal, our beloved HOD Ma'am, Professor Dr. Nivedita Pani Ma'am, and retired Professor Dr. Sudarshan Patnaik Sir. I now invite our Vice Principal, Professor Dr. Geeta Sahu Ma'am, to formally inaugurate today's program and provide her valuable insight. Now we invite our beloved HOD Ma'am, Dr. Nivedita Pani Ma'am, to kindly grace the occasion. Now we invite retired Professor Sir Dr. Sudarshan Patnaik Sir to kindly come up on stage.
Very good evening. Actually, we have we are very much happy that today with us our respected dean is there, and the thing is that in this platinum jubilee meeting, sir has told that it will be a rotating chairmanship will be there. So today, Geeta Madam is our chief guest. So Madam, thank you very much, and I am very happy our dean sir is with us. Thank you.
Now we call upon our Vice Principal, Professor Dr. Geeta Sahu, to formally inaugurate today's program and provide her valuable insight.
Respected Dean Sir, Professor Dept Sir, respected Patnaik Sir, today with us, and our Madam Professor Nivedita Pani Madam, and all the esteemed faculties, residents, and the students present with us today. I am extremely privileged and honored to be with you and celebrate with our Department of Anesthesiology our Platinum Jubilee celebration of SCB Medical College, Cuttack. Actually, anesthesiology has always been a pivotal department for every college, and so also for our SCB Medical College, because they have been playing the most important role in every surgery which is being done, and also maintaining the critical care unit and the vitals of the patients in every surgery. Indeed, it's a pleasure today to be with them in our Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Now, this Platinum Jubilee celebration was, before this celebration, we also had a period of pre-Platinum Jubilee academic extravaganza, which I am sure Many of you must have also been a part and watched it online. And today also, I think many of our viewers must be watching us online. So I welcome them all also, and all the dignitaries present here. So we, after this 2 months pre-platinum jubilee extravaganza, now we have already participated in the inaugural ceremony of the platinum jubilee 75 for 75 celebration. So yesterday, the first department, as alphabetically was there, of anatomy, they also very actively presented a lot of their departmental past, present and future, and also the different celebration ceremonies and the events. So I welcome you all today, and I congratulate all the members of anesthesia and all the past faculties who were working here. They are all there with us. I welcome everybody today present on the dais as well as in the audience to participate and enjoy this today's presentations and celebrations. I wish today's event a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those encouraging words. I would now request Professor Dr. Nivedita Pani, ma'am, to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Dr. Payal. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected our Vice Principal, Professor Geeta Sahu, and my senior teachers, Professor Sudarshan Patnaik, and I can say on the audience, my pranam to my respected dynamic dean and Vidyut Bhai also. I feel so happy that you all are here on the audience, and also to my teachers who are sitting in front of me. I welcome everybody, sir. With what happiness I feel so happy, sir. I feel that I am still your student, sir. And all the postgraduate which you are sitting, the days will come also like that for you also, which we are passing through. The beginning of the little things of your teacher, what they will teach you, that will remember throughout your life. So all these teachers who are sitting in the front there, all have got contribution to me. Today, whatever I am today, sir, it is all your contribution, sir. I am so much grateful to you all, sir. Sir, you have come and graced the occasion. I am very much grateful to you. Sir, it is not such an easy job at this age to come to this auditorium with such a rainy weather, but you all have come, and it shows the bondage between me, my department, and this SCB Medical College. I give a big, great credit to our Professor Dept sir, who has made this such a wonderful platinum jubilee. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words of wisdom. Now, we call upon Dr. Sir Professor Sudarshan Patnaik, sir, for some kind words of wisdom.
शुभ संध्या बंधुगण मु ओडिया रे कहूची आपण माने आशा करूची समस्ते बुझी परियो बोले मंचासीन समस्त वरिष्ठ फैकल्टी सभ्यगण ओ मंचासीन ओ सभासीन मोर समधर्मा बंधुगण छात्र छात्रीगण ओ छात्रों छात्रीगण ओ भाई भौणी माने आज हठात एभली भाव ए अनुष्ठान रे मते दीपद कहवा सुजोग देइथिबारु मु निजको अत्यंत गौरवान्वित मन करुछि। प्रथम कथा होछि एठी प्रथमे आसला बेले मु देखिली 75 for 75 ये प्लाटिनम जुबली बुझी पारली 75 वर्ष आम अनुष्ठान को हैला सेथि पई ये समारोह अनुष्ठित होउछि। किंतु 75 कौन प्रथमे मु टिके अडुआरे पड़ी जाइथिली। 75 होउछि 75 दिन व्यापी ये प्लाटिनम जुबली अनुष्ठित होउछि। ये समारोह को समभाव रे अति ए उत्सव को अति वर्णाढ्य भावे समारोह पालन करा जाउछि। एथिपई 75 for 75 कहाइछि। बंधुगण ये अत्यंत गौरव आनंदर कथा जे आम माने आम बयस रे आम मानकर तृतीय पीढ़ी रो पिला मानक संगरे बसी आमर जो अनुष्ठान जे जो अनुष्ठान आमर जननी थिला हमको वैषयिक जननी हिसाब रे आमर प्रत्येक व्यक्ति को जने चिकित्सक हिसाब रे बाहर करी गढ़ी तोली थिला से मानक संगरे पुणी आज ये अवस्था रे ए बयस रे समस्ते एकाठी हेइछु। याठू आनंददायक कथा आउ बोधे किछि मो पाई नाही। मु अत्यंत सेथिपई गौरवान्वित। समय अति स्वल्प बहुत किछि कहिवार थिला कहिवार अवकाश भी नाही। तेणु मु आपण मानक ठारू विदाय नवा पूर्व एतिकी कहिବାକୁ चाहे जे वर्तमान 75 वर्ष रे आमर अनुष्ठान जे जननी आमको वैषयिक शिक्षा देथिले से उपनीत होईछि। तेणु एई 75 वर्ष रे साधारण भावे समस्ते समस्तंकु परिवार जे 75 वर्ष हेई जाए तार काम हुए से अन्य मानकु निरीक्षण करिवा समस्तंकु सतर्क दृष्टि रखिवा सही अवस्था आम अनुष्ठान आम मान प्रति आसी आमे समस्ते एभली काम करिवा आमे जानिछु। सारा पृथ्वी रे आमर पिला माने यथेष्ट प्रतिष्ठा अर्जन करछंती और ना करछंती। तेणु सही धारा को बजाय रखिवा पई आमर अनुष्ठान निश्चित भाव रे चाहूची जे आम माने सही हिसाब रे हो। तेणु गोटे कथा मन रखिया कह व्यासदेव कही परोपकाराय पुण्याय पापाय परपीड़नम यही दुईटी जिनस मन रखी आम माने प्रतिज्ञा करिवा जे आमे सबु बेले रोगी प्रति सदय हवा। एति कही मु मोर वक्तव्य शेष करुची। शेष रे सही अनुष्ठान को मोर कोटि प्रणति जनाई मोर वक्तव्य शेष करुची। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite upon stage our very own dynamic Dean and Principal, Professor Dr. Datteshwar Hota sir, to impart some valuable insight.
Good evening, Professor Patnaik, Professor Sahu, Professor Pani, all the senior professors who have retired after serving the institution for decades, friends, colleagues. In fact, I didn't want to come, but then I thought, let me come and inform certain things. What Professor Patnaik has told very correct. Eta hochi mo college, amo college, apna manako college. ए श्री रामचंद्र भंजार अस्तित्व 77 वर्ष है 75 नुहे। यही 77 1944 मसीह ओडिशा मेडिकल स्कूल है 48 मसीह SCB मेडिकल कॉलेज ओडिशा मेडिकल कॉलेज है 1875 ओडिशा मेडिकल स्कूल 1944 रे ओडिशा मेडिकल कॉलेज 48 रे श्री रामचंद्र भंज मेडिकल कॉलेज आम 44 जो देखा आम ऑलरेडी 77 वर्ष अतिक्रम कर सारे आम गला 1.5 वर्ष है भावुलु आम करवा कि कोरोना महामारी प्रादुर्भाव आम यहाँ संभव हो पार ना आम कहीं चाहलु प्लाटिनम जुबली करने एठी गोल्डन जुबली भी हेइतिला 1992 मसियारे मु नथिली से समय एठी एवं प्लैटिनम जुबली रो जो महत्व आम जानिबा भितरे 75 वर्षर उपलब्धि गोटे गोटे वर्षर उपलब्धि आम 75 वर्ष पालन करबा एज ए ट्रिब्यूट टू द ग्लोरियस 75 years that the SCB Medical College has turned into 75 years. प्रत्येक दिन आम देइछु all the stakeholders, खाली डिपार्टमेंट नुहे, we have given it to all the stakeholders. डाक्तर होंतु, नर्स होंतु, छात्र होंतु, फार्मेसी छात्र होंतु, DMLT छात्र छात्री होंतु, किंबा जे कोनोसी जहार किछि 3 क्लास 3 एम्प्लॉय होंतु, क्लास 4 एम्प्लॉय होंतु, जहार भी अवदान अछि ए श्री रामचंद्र भंज मेडिकल कॉलेज हॉस्पिटल अनुष्ठान पई समस्त को गोटे गोटे दिन सुजोग दिया जाइछि से माने मन पकेबे एससीबी रो इतिहास स्मृति पूर्वर कृति जहाँ कृतित्व अर्जन कर सारी सब गुड़ा को स्मृतिचारण करेंगे एवं 3 भाग में विभक्त कराई पास्ट we don't say that the retired person are past but the past what contribution they have done, that's the reason we term it past. The contribution by our erstwhile professor and all the faculty of all departments, their contribution we are remembering, that the reason we have invited all the past faculty so that they are with us to have a feeling of belongingness, bringing back them to their own alma mater. एवं ये अनुष्ठान तांकर जहाँ भी तांकर contribution रही to acknowledge that contribution. So we have requested all the past faculty to come from all departments, even all stakeholders, they are inviting their past staff. That is how we are going ahead. Now, as a Dean Principal, I thought it would be much more appropriate if we will make it a participative celebration. So I thought instead of me chairing all the time, all the 75 days, all the senior faculty of SCB Medical College, day-wise they will be chairing. Today, because she is my friend, I had to come. I know she had already given me 3 reminders beforehand. Are you coming or not? I said, I am coming. Normally, I do not come and speak here. Yesterday also, I didn't speak. But today, looking at the galaxy of the luminaries, our past, the faculty and the professors, so I thought, let me address and explain why we are trying to participate, why we are trying to have a participative celebration. It is not the Dean's college, it is a college of everyone. Dean is only a nominal head. I am equal. I may be the first among the equal, but everybody is equal and let everybody participate. That is the objective of involving all the senior faculty, all 75 days. But I can tell you that it is because of Nivata I had to come and explain all these things. Otherwise, she would not understand that she will say we have avoided. So that is the reason I came. I welcome you here again and request you. So please come for all 75 days. Besides the other day that you come, I welcome you to every day of the function. Please join us and become part of the celebration with us. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the stage with your kind words. We would now like to ask for your permission to begin our presentation. Now, let us begin with a brief account of history of anesthesia.
Sir, we are going to the past. Past our teachers, our ever-loving teachers. So let's go to the past of the anesthesia. And all the past is here. And we will show you the present, what we the anesthesiologists are doing, and the future, what we are thinking, and what our Honorable Chief Minister is going to promise, which my friend, my dean is going to help me out. Thank you.
Okay, let's begin with the history of anesthesia.
No.
October 16th, 1846. William Thomas Green Morton, a local dentist, performs the first public demonstration of anesthesia at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. Though the operation, performed by one Dr. John Collins Warren, ultimately failed, Morton's administration of ether did succeed in rendering the patient unconscious and completely numb. When the patient emerged from the anesthetic and reported having felt no pain, Warren turned to the audience and said, "Gentlemen, this is no humbug." This day ranks among the most iconic in the history of medicine, for it was the moment when Boston, and indeed the United States, began the journey towards public acceptance of pain relief.
The past is where the seeds for the future are sown. We are extremely delightful to have in our midst the stalwarts who have been our solid pillars of strength throughout. May we now invite upon stage Professor Dr. Nivedita Pani ma'am for the felicitation ceremony. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Payal. Music. Hello. Now I request our Vice Principal and also our Professor Geeta Rani Saus to come and felicitate, and also our Dean Sir also to be here, Professor Datteshwar Hota, to felicitate our Professor Sudarshan Patnaik Sir. Professor Kitish Chandra Mahanti sir. Professor Samiran Patnaik sir. Professor Prasanna Kumar Mishra. Thank you, sir. Dr. Jagdish Mishra. କରିବେ YouTube ରେ ସବୁ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି। प्रोफेसर शिवनारायण महांती। प्रोफेसर तपन कुमार रॉय। प्रोफेसर क्षीरोद कुमार आचार्य। Single track light, single track light, single track light, single track light. प्रोफेसर जोगेश चंद्र चौधरी। Ready. Sir, without you the stage cannot be complete. The one and only Anand sir who makes the lively atmosphere.
I am so fortunate, no words to describe. I was born in this campus in 1950, July 1st. I studied in this campus for my MBBS. My school was Ranihat High School and Revensa College. I was walking through the streets of this campus. I did my post-graduation here and retired from this campus. So, I think one of the rare blessed person to spend 72 years of the life in this 75-year-old campus. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me amongst you. I am very happy that the dynamic dean and the dynamic vice dean and the dynamic HOD of anesthesia, they have made this platinum jubilee to be remembered. We conducted silver jubilee. We did it in 1970 when we were students. Professor Girija Das Mahapatra was the principal then. Now, in between golden jubilee celebration, we are aware somewhere we couldn't very much enjoy it. This platinum jubilee 75 for 75 will be a mega event for 75 days, I am sure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Professor Prasant Kumar Mishra. Professor Vishnu Prasad Panigrahi. Sir has come all the way from the Delhi to attend the meeting. Sir, we are very much grateful to you, sir. Sir, please.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Nivedita, Professor Nivedita Pani. In fact, I was fortunate to be a lecturer when she joined as a postgraduate student. And I know the dean from long time, Professor, and hearing good things about the way he is taking this forward. And thank you for having this as a 75 or 75. And the Vice Dean, Professor Sao. Again, I passed out from MBBS from here, although I did my first, second MBBS from Bulla and then came here for my final MBBS. Came back after my post-graduation and worked here for a little over 10 years. And one thing I'll never forget, that the 10 years that I spent here as a teacher, there was an upliftment of the department. And I would like to say something to Nivedita and to the next generation of teachers. I think so, all of us have to see that our students are better than us. And that is the best way to say that we have done a job. And I'm seeing that, because why I'm saying this is that across the country and outside the country also, students from our Odisha medical colleges, from the Department of Anesthesiology are performing very well. And this is because of our teachers. So I would like to say thank you to everyone. And the day she called me, and in fact, this week, third week, we have our reviews. I'm with Fortis Healthcare now. I'm as the group head for medical operations and strategy for the entire group of 40 hospitals. So we are having a reviews in fact today, but I couldn't say no to her, and I came here. And the reason is that this SCB is dear to me, and I'm appealing to something, and I want to put something on her, because if I come here, monkey on your back, please look at this. The dean is here, the vice dean is here. Anesthesiology and medicine is now a team effort. So look at something called the peri-hospital surgical home. So I think so PG students are there. Please check. This is the best way to impart team-based care for the patients. I'm speaking from that perspective. PSH. You Google, you find out, because I'm a life member of American Society of Anesthesiology. I go for the meetings, and the way they have started doing it, it helps right from the patient. The time the patient comes to the hospital and is discharged, the anesthesiology helps, and as a team, to take care of all surgical patients. So I think so. The dean is here. I think so. This is something that let SCB Medical College, the Department of Anesthesiology, supported by everyone, seed this thought and take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor Lokanath Mishra.
I think I must inform here, please be here. I must inform here, for last 2 days, through the YouTube, more than 10,000 here we have, and this is also live streamed. So we are seen all across the world. Not only it is confined to SCB, we are seen all across the world. And every day we are having huge number of viewers through the YouTube. Thank you.
Dr. Alex Chandra Naik. Thank you, sir. Sir, actually all these people have promised me to come, but due to some reason they couldn't come. Professor Vishnupriya Patnaik. I am not able to see madam is here. And also Professor Narayan Acharya sir, Professor Asa Manjari Prusti. We will, if you all are watching the YouTube, we are missing you. And Dhruva sir also supposed to come, he couldn't come. Sir, we are missing you. Sir, all my teachers. Okay. Sir, we all are missing you. If you all are watching the YouTube, all my loves from my students, my department, and for everybody. Thank you all, sir. We are going, so the past is over. Let us look at what is our present, what you are doing, and what we will do in the future. Then we are going for the cultural program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We feel blessed to be in the presence of such dignitaries. Now, moving on to the present of anesthesia. Anesthesiology and critical care. Our branch requires us to play a dual role, one being that of an anesthesiologist and the other of an intensivist. The work domain of an anesthesiologist is not only confined to operation theaters. As peri-operative physicians, we come into the picture as soon as a plan of surgery is devised by the surgeon. Pre-anesthetic checkup requires us to scrutinize the patient in question in order to judge their body's capacity to undergo upcoming surgical stress. Beginning with procurement of their medical and surgical history, followed by a thorough physical examination, interpretation of blood work, and recording of vital parameters, patient is holistically assessed. It is our responsibility to make sure that a fully prepared and optimized patient goes into surgery. From planning regarding combination of drugs to be used as per the need of each individual patient, to making sure All equipments are in order. We are required to enter the OT way before the patient does. After the patient is on the table, the anesthesiologist confirms adequate intravenous access, availability of emergency drug tray, as well as the difficult airway trolley, and that all the vital parameters are being monitored before anesthesia can even begin. Once the patient is under anesthesia and the surgery is underway, it is for us the hour of vigilance. From monitoring the depth of anesthesia to documenting all fluctuations in the vitals, from ensuring proper intra-op positioning of patient to keeping an eye on the blood loss and fluid management, we have to be on our toes. Now towards the end of surgery, reversal from anesthesia is another major event wherein the patient is gradually weaned off from anesthesia, which is essentially an art that we keep getting better at with experience. It is upon us to ensure that the perioperative period remains physically and physiologically comfortable for the patient, so as to pave way for optimum recovery and rehabilitation. Working across 13 different operation theaters between all surgical specialties, our residents remain spread all over the hospital campus. Now, shifting from the controlled environment of an operation theater to chaos of the intensive care unit, this is where we are required to don our aprons and step into the shoes of an intensivist. Critical care is an entirely different ball game. Spontaneity and promptness are virtues inside of an ICU. While in the ICU, we are required to manage several patients with varying degrees of different illnesses and, of course, medical emergencies. Whether it be securing airways of incapacitated patients, establishing central venous access, optimizing mechanical ventilation settings as per individual need, performing resuscitation, counseling patient relatives, or just reassuring a recovering patient, the intensivist is perpetually swamped with responsibilities. Critical care medicine requires us to follow the patient long term with an elaborate daily assessment plus management, and also teaches us to deal with any emergency that may arise in the interim. The time spent in the ICU makes us proficient with multitasking and helps us to build our nerves. This was a mere snapshot, a brief outline of this splendidly vast branch of medical science which we are proud to be a part of. Moving on to our role as frontline COVID warriors. Since the pandemic hit, our entire medical fraternity has been tirelessly engaged in a battle against an invisible enemy. It was beyond comprehension. So, as to how an enemy so minuscule could pose a threat so gigantic. Our job as doctors, which had always been noble, attained a supreme place in the wake of lockdown and disruption of societal norms. As the world came to a standstill, with everyone else locked away safely at home with family, we heeded to the call of duty and held the battlefront away from our families.
We, the anesthesiologists, were in the forefront, scurrying around for hours inside those hideous PPEs, cannulating and resuscitating patients, intubating the gasping ones and pacifying the anxious ones. Really, it was no humbug. Each moment was a race against time. With the burgeoning numbers inside the ICUs and with the just available resources against the deadly cloaked enemy, we were always on our toes.
From counseling the patients to lay prone, to teaching them to practice breathing exercises, causing some to improve, whereas the rest would go on to need non-invasive ventilation, and many would end up getting intubated, which never looked so promising. Breaking the bad news to the family members and denying their repeated pleas to enter the ICU was one of the most emotionally daunting and morally exasperating tasks, to say the least. Our recruitment to COVID operation theaters for emergency procedures was a respite. as opposed to the morbidity and mortality we had to see in the COVID ICUs.
It is needless to say how we would have been lost without the guidance and the unwavering support of our faculties and our beloved HOD ma'am, who has never left our side. Our senior faculty members posted along with us, led us by example, and imparted their priceless wisdoms and techniques throughout.
Since the last 1.5 years, most of us have contracted the infection once, some of us even twice. Most of us have been fortunate enough to return unharmed, unlike many others. Our hearts ache as we talk about the warriors we lost in the line of duty, precious gems of our fraternity, who selflessly made the ultimate sacrifice, upholding the oath in hope to restore health and order of the society. Their honorable sacrifice have glorified us, and their unmatched devotion shall continue to inspire generation to come.
This fight against COVID has taught us many valuable lessons for life, and it is still far from being over. We pledge to keep fighting with honesty, integrity, sincerity, and a panache for the cause of mankind. For when all of this is over, our names shall illuminate the pages of history as the generation that overcame the coronavirus.
I would like to request everyone to give a round of applause as appreciation for ourselves and for all those who have relentlessly been working for this cause. Thank you.
Moving on to the future options. As the fall stretches itself into a beautiful winter, the pristine white snow gleams and melts itself into tiny leaf-shaped buds, which bursts forth to blossom in abandon, looking forward and ahead of time. This has been the best attribute of mankind, always looking forward, learning from the past, modifying the present to build a fantastic future. From the perspective of a young trainee, our subject has fairly entered into its adulting phase, riding high beyond those teenage years of new discoveries and an ever-expanding armamentarium, now to a more charged, vigilant, and agile young adult dealing aggressively to push back the pandemic and close the Pandora's box. I stand today on the brink of the present day as I look Janus-faced from an era of merciless, painful butchering to being harbingers of an era of painless surgeries and multiple life-saving procedures. The future is completely open and we are writing it moment to moment. There was a time when the bark of the mandrake plant was boiled in wine to administer anesthesia, followed by ether, which ruled for over a century, only to be superseded by newer agents on the porch. Anesthesiology has seen tremendous growth from its very infancy. From putting the patient to just sleep throughout the surgery, to measuring the planes of depth, to recording evoked potentials and mapping the brain waves, we have indeed come a long, long way. The potential is huge, and we are knocking on the doors opening to new alleys each day. Venturing out into the unknown and tapping the best out of it, be it branching out into pediatric anesthesia, neuroanesthesia, onco and critical care, or transplant and palliative medicine. The field of robotics and application of nanotechnology looks as promising. The rapid spin-off technology and its fast sophistication have made deep inroads into our field. We have made large strides in developing workstations to airway adjuncts, fiber optics, and most important of all, the use of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques have increased the training power simulations by providing high fidelity clinical scenarios and unbiased feedback. The initial days of hammering are long lost. Today, we work with some amazingly developed techniques which sets patient care, safety, and outcome as its priority. To cradle in such prolific gamut of inventions and forever developing newer modalities, donning a new cape of being a perioperative physician and critical care expert is the need of the hour. Thorough workups, meticulous assessments, near-perfect calculated scores, and quick reflexes are what we have metamorphosed into over these years. And to extrapolate these into the future is definitely ours. Under the aegis of our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, who has dreamt of an AIMS Plus status for our institute, the future looks beckoning. With an already established 9-bedded ECMO unit, the largest ever government setup in Eastern India, the dice has been rolled out. The onus now lies on our shoulders to carry the legacy forward, to work harder and to reach our maximum potential. Sky is the limit. Carpe diem. Long live Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. Thank you.
We now begin with our cultural fest for the evening with a soulful rendition Kavyanjali by Dr. Aprajita Banerjee ma'am.
जीवन जो तू जागर है सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम सुंदरम शिवम सुंदरम
सब सत्य है, सत्य ही शिव है, शिव ही सुंदर है। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम।
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was truly breathtaking. We now present the rhythmic reflexes squat by our final year residents.
you guys for the ravishing performance. Now, we have for you an enthralling Bollywood ramp edit.
Wow, that is really gorgeous. To add some melody to this beautiful evening, we present the Analgesic Jukebox by Dr. Sikta Suman and Dr. Snehashish Mandal.
Hello. तू सफर मेरा है, तू ही मेरी मंजिल, तेरे बिना गुजारा है दिल है मुश्किल।
तेरे बिना जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं। खुशी से हर गम से बेगाना होता है।
कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, कैसे हम जाने हमें क्या पता, कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता।
छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा, बदला ये मौसम लगे प्यारा जग सारा। छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा,
कबीरा मान जा, बेफकीरा यूं न जा, कैसा तू है निर्मोही कैसा हर जाइया।
प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है, एक प्यार का नगमा है।
तुझसे नैना जब से मिले, तुझसे नैना जब से मिले, बन गए सिलसिले। तुझसे नैना जब से मिले,
सोचेंगे तुम्हें प्यार करके नहीं, ये दिल बेकरार करे के नहीं।
पी लूं तेरे नीले नीले नैनों से शबनम, पी लूं तेरे गीले गीले होठों की ये गम, पी लूं है पीने का मौसम। तेरे संग इश्क कारी है, तेरे संग एक खुमारी है, तेरे संग चैन भी मुझको, तेरे संग बेकरारी है।
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए।
तेरा होने लगा हूँ जब से
ये
मिला
चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, ये झील से नीली आंखें, कोई राज है इनमें गहरा। तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया,
वो जो मुझ में समाया, वो जो तुझ में समाया, मौला वही वही माया। फाया कुन कुन फाया कुन फाया कुन फाया कुन फाया कुन फाया।
पहला नशा पहला खुमार,
अगर तुम साथ हो,
नया प्यार है नया इंतजार,
कर लूं मैं क्या अपना हाल, ए दिले बेकरार, मेरे दिले बेकरार।
तू ही बता
अगर तुम साथ हो,
अगर तुम साथ हो।
Wow, guys, that was indeed spellbinding. Now, next for you, we have the Train of 4 Jam.
राती साडे चल जाती मारे दिल गुलाटी कुछ वाए वाए
हट रे निगोड़े नीम के पकौड़े पीछा क्यों ना छोड़े घूमे धाए धाए रोमियो बिना परमिट हो गया तू तो आवे 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 हट गया तू तो आवे 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 हट गया
बचना ए हसीनों लो मैं आ गया हुस्न का आशिक हुस्न का दुश्मन अपनी अदा है यारों से जुदा
आसमान को लूटेंगे चल धुआं उड़ा के झूम 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 झूम
उड़ती उड़ती अखियों के लड़का पैचे लड़का रे गीत लगा के
झूम बराबर झूम बराबर झूम बराबर झूम
Good evening. This is the last show of the program. Actually, we heard that the Platinum Jubilee is going on. So the mother duck, she told, let us roam the Platinum Jubilee, what is happening. So the mother duck has come with all her ducklings to see how the Platinum Jubilee is celebrated. So please, when the mother duck is coming with her children, please encourage the mother duck and the children because she is coming for your Platinum Jubilee celebration. Thank you.
Hey, good night, modern girl. कोरोना निज आखि लाल सही संभाली बाटो चल 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 चल
I request all the faculties, please come up and we'll take a photograph. Please, this is a memorable day. I don't know tomorrow we will leave or not. Please come. Jan, where is Jan? Source of inspiration.